Hello everyone. Welcome back to Health and Life. I hope you're all doing great. Today, I'm going to talk about something that completely transformed my health, intermittent fasting. So many of you have asked me, how did you lose weight? What's your secret? Well, it's time to finally share it with you. Let me start by saying this. Intermittent fasting is not a short-term fix, it's a sustainable lifestyle. Unlike restrictive diets that leave you feeling frustrated and deprived, this method is something you can stick to effortlessly, not just for a few months, but for a lifetime. I know the struggle of trying to lose weight. I've been there. I tried countless diets, followed strict meal plans, and even pushed myself through intense workouts, only to see little to no results. At one point, I felt like nothing was working, and I was losing motivation. But when I discovered intermittent fasting, everything changed. Not only did I start losing weight naturally, but I also felt more energetic, lighter, and healthier than ever before. The results were so clear that people around me started noticing and asking, "What's your secret?" That's why I'm here today, to share real, science-backed knowledge about intermittent fasting, explain how it works, and help you get started on your own journey. Because trust me, if I could do it, so can you. Let's dive in. Rock it. Before I started intermittent fasting, I was just like many of you, frustrated, stuck in the cycle of trying different diets, cutting calories, and seeing no real results. Every time I tried to lose weight, I'd follow strict meal plans or intense workout routines, only to end up feeling exhausted, hungry, and defeated. But the truth is, the problem wasn't my motivation or willpower. The problem was my eating habits. Let's be honest, most of us eat constantly, even when we're not hungry. In the US, food is everywhere, all the time. We eat out of boredom, stress, or habit, not because our bodies actually need fuel. And most of what we eat is high in carbs and processed sugars, breakfast cereals, sandwiches, chips, soda, fast food. It's no wonder so many of us struggle with weight gain. So here's what I realized. Every time we eat, our body processes food into glucose, sugar, and any excess gets stored as fat. And since most of us aren't burning off that excess, the fat just keeps piling up. That's why people can be eating healthy and still not lose weight, because they're eating too often, keeping their insulin levels high, and never giving their body a chance to tap into fat stores. I remember hitting a point where I was tired of feeling sluggish and uncomfortable in my own body. I was doing everything right, but seeing no progress. That's when I discovered intermittent fasting, and honestly, it changed everything. Instead of following another unsustainable diet, I learned that the key wasn't just what I ate, but when I ate. By simply giving my body time to rest and reset, I started seeing real changes. My cravings went away, my energy improved, and for the first time, I felt in control of my eating habits. So, what's the solution? The key to real, sustainable weight loss isn't starving yourself or killing yourself in the gym. It's about checkmark eating in a controlled window. Fasting allows your body to burn stored fat for energy instead of constantly relying on glucose. Checkmark choosing the right foods once your fast is over. Eating whole, nutritious meals instead of processed junk makes all the difference. Checkmark staying consistent. You don't need perfection, but you do need discipline. The best part? Once you build the habit, it becomes second nature. The lesson I learned: intermittent fasting isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle. You don't have to count calories obsessively, and you don't have to give up your favorite foods forever. Instead, you learn how to eat in a way that works for your body. For me, this was a game changer. I stopped feeling controlled by food, and I finally started seeing the weight come off, not because I was starving, but because I was finally working with my body, not against it. So if you've been struggling with weight loss, trust me, I've been there. And I can tell you that intermittent fasting isn't just another fad. It's one of the most effective, natural ways to reset your body, regain your energy, and take control of your health for good. Weight loss is 90% diet, 10% exercise, and that's a game changer. For the longest time, I thought I needed to work out like crazy to lose weight. I used to believe that endless hours at the gym were the key to burning fat. But guess what? I was wrong. The truth is, 90% of weight loss comes from what you eat. Exercise is great for your overall health, but when it comes to shedding pounds, your diet is what truly matters. If you don't fix your eating habits, No amount of working out will help. I've met so many people who work out daily but don't see results because their diet is out of control. They still eat high-carb, processed foods and wonder why the scale won't budge. On the other hand, I've seen people who barely work out but follow intermittent fasting and lose weight effortlessly. That's when I realized, it's not about how much you sweat. It's about what you put on your plate. I'll be honest, there were times when I traveled, had family gatherings, or just had days where I couldn't stick to my fasting window perfectly. But I noticed something life-changing, even when my fasting schedule was slightly off. My weight remained stable. Why? Because I controlled my portions and focused on quality food. I wasn't obsessing over every little calorie, but I was mindful about not overeating and avoiding too many carbs. This is what makes intermittent fasting a lifestyle, not just another restrictive diet. You're not trapped in a cycle of counting calories or following a rigid plan. You're learning how to eat in a way that works for your body and keeps your weight stable effortlessly. 2 effective methods of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting isn't one size fits all, it's flexible, and you can choose a method that suits your lifestyle. Here are 2 of the most popular approaches. Keycap 1. The 5-to-2 method. Eat normally for 5 days a week. For 2 non-consecutive days, reduce your intake to around 500 calories. On fasting days, focus on high-protein, fiber-rich foods to stay full. Right finger. This method is great for people who want flexibility and don't want to fast daily. Keycap 2. The 16-to-8 method, my personal favorite. Fast for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window, for example, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. During the fasting period, you only consume non-caloric beverages, more on that below. You eat nutrient-dense meals during your eating window, avoiding excessive carbs and processed foods. Right finger. This method works amazingly well because your body gets enough time to burn stored fat while still allowing you to eat satisfying meals every day. At first, 16 hours might sound intimidating, but it's easier than you think. Checkmark. You already sleep for 7 to 8 hours, so you're only extending your fast for a few more hours. Checkmark. Start with a 12-hour fast and gradually increase to 16 hours. Your body will adapt over time. Checkmark. Before you know it, fasting will feel natural and effortless. What can you have during fasting hours? One of the most common mistakes people make is accidentally breaking their fast by drinking something that triggers digestion. Here's what you can have. Checkmark. Water, stay hydrated. Checkmark. Black coffee, no sugar or cream. Checkmark. Herbal tea. Checkmark. Electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, if needed. Prohibited. What you should avoid. Crossmark. Fruit juices, sodas, or anything with calories. Crossmark. Milk, cream, or sugar in coffee. Crossmark. Broth, smoothies, or protein shakes. Fasting doesn't mean you can eat whatever you want. A big mistake people make is thinking, I fasted for 16 hours. Now I can eat anything. That's not how it works. If you break your fast with junk food, excessive carbs, or processed sugar, you're undoing all the benefits of fasting. Instead, focus on checkmark lean proteins, chicken, fish, eggs, tofu. Checkmark healthy fats, avocados, nuts, olive oil. Checkmark fiber-rich foods, vegetables, legumes, whole grains. By choosing the right foods, you'll keep your energy stable, reduce cravings, and feel satisfied without overeating. Intermittent fasting isn't about suffering or starving yourself. It's about retraining your body to burn fat efficiently and eat in a way that feels natural. I can say this with confidence, once you get used to it, it becomes second nature. You won't feel the need to snack all day. Your cravings will decrease, and you'll finally feel in control of your health. So if you've been struggling with weight loss, give this a try. Don't overcomplicate it. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how your body transforms. How I structure my day with intermittent fasting. Over time, I've developed an intermittent fasting routine that feels natural and sustainable. Here's how my day looks. Keycap 1. Early dinner for maximum benefits. I always try to have dinner early, around 6:30 or 7 p.m. Why? Because it allows my body to fully digest food before bedtime, making me feel lighter and improving sleep quality. Weight loss actually happens while you sleep. And when you fast overnight, your body starts using stored fat for energy instead of relying on incoming food. Keycap 2 My daily eating schedule. Checkmark 10 a.m. First meal of the day. I always start my day with hydration first. A glass of warm lemon water or black coffee. Then, about an hour later, I have a balanced breakfast, which might include checkmark scrambled eggs with avocado toast, checkmark Greek yogurt with berries and nuts, checkmark a smoothie with protein powder, spinach, and almond milk, checkmark 2 o'clock to 2:30 p.m. Lunch, protein-packed and low-carb. Most people eat way too many carbs and not nearly enough protein. But here's the thing, if you're losing weight, you want to burn fat, not muscle. A good rule of thumb is to eat 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, 68 kilograms, you should aim for around 68 grams of protein daily. My lunch typically includes checkmark grilled chicken or salmon with roasted veggies, checkmark a quinoa salad with chickpeas, feta, and greens, checkmark stir-fried tofu with a side of brown rice, checkmark black coffee after lunch, no sugar, no milk. Some people think adding sugar and cream to their coffee is fine during fasting. It's not. A true black coffee should be just that, coffee and water. Checkmark no snacking between meals. Because I eat a late breakfast, I don't feel the need to snack. And trust me, once you stop snacking, your cravings reduce drastically. If I ever feel a bit hungry, I'll have green tea or a handful of almonds. Checkmark portion control is everything. Even healthy foods can make you gain weight if you eat too much. For example, brown rice is healthier than white rice. But if you eat 3 cups of it, your body still stores the excess as fat. I still eat white rice sometimes, but in small portions, because I don't want to cook separate meals for myself and my family. The key is balance, not restriction. Checkmark no processed sugar. Small tweaks make a big impact. I completely gave up white sugar because it adds empty calories and spikes blood sugar. Instead, I use checkmark honey in my tea, checkmark dates for natural sweetness in smoothies, checkmark dark chocolate, 85% cocoa or higher, when I want something sweet. Intermittent fasting works, but only if you follow it the right way. It's not about skipping meals randomly, it's about checkmark reducing carbs, especially refined ones like white bread and pasta. Checkmark controlling portions, because overeating, even healthy food, can stall progress. Checkmark prioritizing protein, to maintain muscle while losing fat. Checkmark eating balanced meals, that keep you full and energized. Checkmark sticking to your fasting window, your body needs time to burn fat. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You can still enjoy your favorite foods occasionally, as long as you stay on track most of the time. So tell me, what's your biggest struggle with intermittent fasting? Drop a comment below, and let's talk. Smile. Intermittent fasting isn't just a trend, it's a lifestyle that truly works when done right. It's about consistency, balance, and making sustainable choices that help you feel your best. You don't have to be perfect every day. What matters is that you keep moving forward. If you've struggled with weight loss or haven't found a method that works for you, give intermittent fasting a try. Trust me, once you build the habit, it becomes second nature. And the best part? You can still enjoy your favorite foods, just in moderation. Speech balloon now. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share. Right finger your biggest challenge with weight loss or intermittent fasting. Right finger your own success story or what's worked for you. Right finger any questions you have. I'd love to help. And if this is your first time here, welcome to Health and Life. Party popper. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's support each other on this journey to better health, more energy, and a body we feel great in. Biceps sparkles.